coming up on All Access.
So I want to say I really, really appreciate the love that you always shown me and the memories you gave me and the memories I gave you guys. We all did this together.
Stands in, pressured, and brought down. Wise has another sack. They don't leave you one-on-one. You do all day. All day. Come on now.
Growing up a football fan, I was a Brett Favre fan, so I've watched a lot of Green Bay games, and they have a lot of history there, and I'm looking, excited to be a part of it.
Number 12 still there, and Rodgers. How does he look on tape?
Looks fantastic, yeah.
A downer for the home opener, as too many mistakes doom the Patriots. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access, presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. When you turn the ball over 4 times, overcoming those mistakes makes it hard to win. And New England found out the hard way in losing their second game of the season. The Patriots are back on the road for a marquee matchup with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And the status of the Patriots quarterback is in doubt. We'll discuss that and a whole lot more. But we begin with the sights and sounds from the Ravens game here at a festive Gillette Stadium.
I'm from Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson is my husband. I'm also from Baltimore, but I married a Pats man.
Shocking we're letting him join our tailgate.
I was a pity invite.
This is the best footage you're going to get all day.
Go Pack!
Big Vince, 75. Classic Patriot.
One of the greatest defensemen that ever played the game. Ravens are going down, baby! They're going down! Vince! 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 Let's go!
Congratulations for everything.
Let's go Pack!
Oh man, let's go, baby.
Hey, let's go. Great job yesterday.
Yeah, B. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. It's time to eat.
Oh, man, we got you all day, baby.
Second down and 2. Snap to Jackson out of the gun. Stands in, pressured, and brought down. Wise has another sack. That's how you take advantage. They're going to leave you one-on-one. You do all day. All day. Come on now. Shotgun snap to Mack. He looks to the middle. He's going to run it left. He's going to run it for touchdown. Patriots have the lead. Catch 5-1, runs to the near sideline, gets out of bounds with 1 second to go. He gets it down. Folk delivers the kick. High throw the uprights. It is good. Stands in, throws the long ball down the left side for Devontae. There's a flag. He leaps. He makes the catch. And he brings it down at the Baltimore 37. The snap again. Cut to the right. Harris into the end zone with a dive.
Yeah! Ah! Good drive. That's what we needed right there.
Already, baby.
They got killed on that drive. I would just be ready for him to make an adjustment.
snap to Jackson, backs up, throws a lob, back right corner for Duvernay. He brings it down inside the pylon for a touchdown.
Go get some points, fellas. Here we go now. Let's go.
Takes the shotgun snap against the four-man push. Steps up, throws to the right, wide open. Parker lays out, makes the catch. Thrown from the gun. Stevenson to his right. The snap and a give. Ramondre lowers the shoulder into the end zone. Takes the head-high snap, he fakes inside, he runs it to the right side, Jackson across the 5, hit at the waist, but he dives in for the score. Touchdown, Baltimore. As Lamar Jackson takes the final knee to seal it for Baltimore by the 37-26 score.
Not the prettiest of sights and sounds, and to make matters worse, quarterback Mac Jones was injured on the Patriots' final offensive play. His status for Sunday, widely discussed, is up in the air.
Gonna take it day by day and get my treatment and do what I do. So just see how it goes from there.
Welcome back to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. We just heard about Mac Jones. Everybody's heard about Mac Jones. As we're taping this week, your opinion, what's the latest on Mac?
Yeah, it didn't look good, Steve. I mean, I don't know how you could have a great feeling watching him come off the field after the game on Sunday. Certainly looked like he was in a lot of pain. Those high ankle sprains, I know that's the report that everybody's going with right now, can be a lot more damaging than just regularly rolling your ankle. So we'll see. We'll see where it stands as we move forward here, but it didn't look great.
Top of the show.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh no.
For
Can't
us
look
when
good.
We're doing that.
Can't be good there.
So that's not good. Severe high ankle sprain to the level that, you know, there can be mild ones where you just have rest, right? But when you have a severe one, there's a discussion of possibly even having surgery. So that's what we know right now. Whether that actually takes place, we will see. But to me, at a time the Patriots need a win, this is a very tough scenario.
Mac's a tough kid. Do you see any possibility of him playing this week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ever going to rule something out that I don't have information on. And I don't have all the medical information. I would tell you that if you asked me Sunday night, I would have said 0% chance. I don't know what he's dealing with now, Mike. I don't know how he's feeling. I don't know all the medical information. I'd just be speculating, but my guess would be highly unlikely.
You know, similar to Paul, when you don't have all the information, it's hard, Steve. So what you try to do is talk to people who know this stuff.
Right.
What does it mean to have a severe high ankle sprain? And what's the likelihood that he might be able to play? And those who are a lot smarter than me on those topics say there's no way he could play in this game on Sunday. So I guess, you know, listening to them, I would say I would be surprised if we see Mac on Sunday.
I want you guys to evaluate Mac's production. Even last game. How do you think he's playing?
Yeah, this particular game, I'm going to keep it to the Ravens game. I thought there were times that was as well as I've ever seen him play, and other times was as bad as I've seen him play. So he's going to need to find some consistency if and when he gets back on the field, first and foremost, because the Patriots can't be the kind of team, Mike, that gives the ball away and treats the ball the way they've treated it. You know, he's played 21 games as the Patriots starter. He has 20 interceptions. That's too many. You can't have a pick a game. And, you know, to have 3 more picks, and especially the first 2, I thought were really damaging interceptions. But he did make a lot of really good plays. I thought he was active with his feet. I don't mean to take up the whole segment on you, Mike, but he did a lot of good things in this game as well.
Yeah, I love everything that Paul said. I would highlight the interceptions. You know, his 5 this year are tied for the league high. Last year, it was not till the 5th game that he had his 5th interception, and to me, that sparks the bigger picture question. He's in year 2 now, so you'd actually expect that number to go down, not up, and that would be where my concern would be for Mac.
Well, the Patriots' mantra has always been next man up. Next man up is now Brian Hoyer. Your thoughts on Hoyer?
Yeah, and I know, like, everybody's going to immediately point back to 2020 in Kansas City, which I thought was a horrible situation based on the way it came about, okay? And I'm not making excuses for Brian Hoyer. He's been a career backup. You know, he's never really been the answer for anyone as the full-time starter. So I'm not trying to tell you, you know, Brian Hoyer, everything will be fine. I think he's a kind of experienced veteran, Mike, that you should be able to rely on him making good decisions and taking care of the ball. He didn't do that in Kansas City that night back in 2020. I think that's what they can expect if he has to play.
Well, what do you want from a backup quarterback? To me, there's a couple different characteristics. Like, if they need him for a short window, can you keep your team afloat until your starter gets back? I believe he can. The numbers might tell you differently. I mean, he's lost his last 11 starts going back to 2016. I think some of that's situational, right? He's coming in bad situation in Indianapolis and, you know, San Francisco when he was there. They were just starting that program, so he was sort of keeping the seat warm. But to me, it's never just about that quarterback. Look at the Cowboys with Cooper Rush. Combine a ferocious defense with special teams, and he's got them 2-0 as they wait for Dak Prescott. They need Hoyer to be like Cooper Rush and have the rest of the team come around him.
All right, guys, well, thank you very much. But don't go anywhere because we got you a little later on in the show. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
We celebrate a wonderful weekend for Vince Wilfork.
It's my pleasure to introduce the 32nd member of the Patriots Hall of Fame, Vince Wilfork.
But first, how will Brian Hoyer react if called upon?
I mean, at this point, you don't know how many chances like this you get anymore, you know, and so obviously it's a part of the job. You're always ready to play.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. By Ace Ticket, where New England fans go for tickets to all their favorite events. Visit aceticket.com. By Pepsi, Patriots watching better with Pepsi. And by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off.
Welcome into the Social Media Minute. I'm Tamara Brown. Cody Davis was named Week 3 NFLPA Community MVP of the Week for his recent sessions of Cody's Gamers, his charitable initiative that serves to help children in the Boston Children's Hospital cheer up through video games. You're never too old to go on a field trip. Last Tuesday on their day off, New England Patriots members went to visit the Museum of Fine Arts to see the Obama Portraits Tour before it leaves Boston. In addition to the portraits of leadership, the Patriots group also saw exhibits like the masterpieces of Egyptian sculpture from the Pyramid Age, gods and goddesses, and more. Not all heroes wear capes. In fact, they might wear red sleeves. Patriots linebacker Matt Judon surprised a Patriots superfan with a new set of wheels. Judon heard about Jamark Tidwell's wheelchair getting stuck in the tracks of an oncoming train and decided to step in and get him a brand new one. Judon also surprised the couple who saved him with a gift too. For more information on Tidwell's incident as well as the couple who saved him, visit Patriots.com. That's all for this week's Social Media Minute. We'll see you next week.
Will Mac Jones take the field against the Packers? And if not, is Brian Hoyer ready to step in? Dan Roach tries to answer those questions.
Sunday's loss to the Ravens featured more of the same problems that have plagued the Patriots. 4 more turnovers, mental mistakes, and allowing Baltimore to go 5 for 5 in the red zone.
You know, can't be ourselves. That's the biggest thing. You know, and kind of like I said after the game, can't win till you stop from losing.
Mac Jones is hurt. He's hopping off the field on his right foot, unable to reach the far sideline.
Then to add injury to insult, Mac Jones went down with an ankle injury, one that he wasn't saying much about on Monday.
Yeah, like I said, just gonna take it day by day and kind of get my treatment and do what I do. So just see how I feel, and if you have any more like those type questions, just talk to Coach Belichick. I think, you know, he likes to answer those questions, so you can ask him.
Those questions to Bill Belichick about Mac's injury and status came on Wednesday.
Saw Mac a little while ago, definitely getting better.
Do you expect Mac to start on Sunday for you guys?
Take it day by day. Day by day. That's the plan. Day by day.
Belichick did say that Brian Hoyer would start if Mac wasn't able to go.
I mean, at this point, you don't know how many chances like this you get anymore, you know, and so obviously it's a part of the job. You're always ready to play, and so for me, it's an opportunity to go out there and have fun and go out and execute, really.
Meanwhile, Meanwhile, the other quarterback Sunday will be Aaron Rodgers. The four-time NFL MVP has almost been unbeatable at historic Lambeau Field. Since 2019, Rodgers and his Packers are 23-2 at home, and over his last 21 games at Lambeau, he's thrown 52 touchdown passes and only 3 interceptions.
A guy that can read every defense and make every throw. I mean, as dangerous as a quarterback that you'll play, you get everything with Aaron Rodgers. Just, you know, for a long time, as good as you'll see a guy play quarterback in this league.
Here's your fun fact of the day. Aaron Rodgers has a losing record against just 2 NFL teams, the Colts and the Patriots. He's 1-3 against Indy. He's 1-2 against New England. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
Thanks, Dan. John, how would you assess the temperature of the locker room right now, considering all the adversity that you guys are facing so early in the season?
I think we're coming together. We understand we haven't started how we want to start, but we're not far. You know, we have to make a few more plays and continue to come together as a team and make some improvements and get some wins.
I was talking to AP in the locker room following the game on Sunday, and I asked him about you, and he said, you know, I think a lot of people have forgotten about John since his injury last year, but when he's on the field, his presence has been felt. How have you felt being back out there after missing so many games last season?
I mean, it's a blessing to be back out there with my teammates. You know, anytime I can go out there and fight with those guys, they make me better. And I enjoy being out there with them. You know, they bring out my best, and I just try to go out there every Sunday and give them my best.
Do you think that Sunday was a confidence booster for you, getting an interception and forcing a fumble?
Yeah, I mean, it's something to start on, you know, getting turnovers. We want to continue, you know, as a defense to continue to get turnovers, and hopefully I have a lot more of those. When you look at your room as a whole, what would you say your strengths are? We have a lot of guys in the room that can do a lot of things. There's a lot of versatility. We feel good about our matchups, you know, week in and week out. So, yeah, we have a lot of guys in that room that we all have confidence in. This season, you've been playing a lot on the outside versus the slot. Do you have a preference, and what are the challenges of playing out there? I mean, I feel like I've been everywhere in my career here. I've been a little bit everywhere, but, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the challenge. I'm enjoying being outside of something different than, you know, I've done, you know, mostly, but I'm definitely enjoying it. Now I want to talk about Green Bay. Have you ever played in Lambeau? And if you haven't, what have you heard about it? I have not, you know, and you just hear about it's one of those historical, you know, it's a football town, you know, they enjoy football. There's so much history there, so I'm looking forward to, you know, going in and playing in my first game there. What are you most excited about stepping into that field and playing on Sunday afternoon? Like I said, just the history there, you know what I mean? As a growing up a football fan, I was a Brett Favre fan, so I've watched a lot of Green Bay games, and, you know, they have a lot of history there, and I'm looking, you know, excited to be a part of it. Specifically looking at Aaron Rodgers on tape, what are the challenges that come when you're facing a veteran quarterback like that? I mean, he's one of the best. You know, he's a future Hall of Famer, so you have to be on, you know, your P's and Q's when you're going up against a guy like that. So you try to study as much as you can because you know he's going to bring his A game and be prepared. They have a two-headed monster in their running back room with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. What's it going to take for all 11 guys to be able to stop both of them? Exactly that. It's going to take 11 guys, you know, flying around to the football, you know, gang tackling the guys that they have. You know, they have a lot of guys that both of those guys can get the ball and make plays with it. So you definitely have to be focused and know where those guys are. This is a fun one. Would you ever wear a cheese head? No, I'm good. Maybe not right now. I'm good. Maybe in the future one day, but not right now. Thank you so much, John. Good luck on Sunday. We'll be back with more on Patriots All Access right after this break.
Congratulations to Milton High School's Steve Dembowski, who has been selected as our High School Coach of the Week.
I'm doing good. How are you? Good to see you. Nice.
Milton is a perfect 3-0 on the season after last week's dominating 42-6 win over Holliston.
Yeah, loud as always.
Presenting the award is Pro Football Hall of Fame linebacker Andre Tippett.
Football's tough. If it was easy, you guys would have a lot more guys on your team, but everybody can't do what you do.
The Patriots Charitable Foundation will donate $1,000 to the Milton High School football program in the name of Coach Dembowski.
We're so appreciative to everything the Crafts and the Patriots do to support football in Massachusetts and New England, and it's nice to be recognized.
Count on 3, 1, 2, 3, yes!
Cardona snaps it to Bailey. Folk swings the right leg, lifts the kick. Good. And Nick Folk has now made 57 straight.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk to Coach Belichick. And Coach, before we get into Green Bay, a couple things from last week against the Ravens. Offensively, just as much as got to take care of the football, can't turn the football over in a game like that.
Sure, yeah. Turnovers, play better on third down, play better in the right area. Just improve our overall execution.
Defensively, sort of a tell of two halves as you sit there and watch it. I thought you guys had the game pretty much in control, what you want to do in the first half. And the second half felt like they got their run game going a little bit and maybe got you guys out of something you didn't want to do. Is that fair to say, tell two halves?
Yeah, well, we gave up big plays in the second half defensively and turned the ball over offensively, so bad combination.
All right. As we sit here and tape the show, no new updates. You know, guys healed differently in that. But just on Brian Hoyer, you've had Brian here in the program before. Brian's back now. What qualities does he bring? I know how hard it is for backup to sort of get ready for the game. And when you're the guy that thrusts in there.
Yeah, well, Brian's got a lot of experience, certainly in our system, and has a good arm. He's handled everything in practice that we've done for the last couple of years. So I don't think there's any doubt about him being prepared and knowing what to do and being able to handle the offense.
When you look at Green Bay on tape, you haven't seen them for a while, but yet number 12 still there, and Rodgers, new coach since last time I think you guys played them. But how does he look on tape, Aaron?
He looks fantastic. Yeah, they've got a really good team. They have a good running game, good passing game. They're very good on defense. They're a well-balanced team. They're solid all the way around.
He sort of has had go-to receivers in the past, guys he relies on. Obviously, Cobb in the old days, Devontae Adams not there anymore. New receivers, but does it look like the same scheme? It's sort of the stuff that he likes to hit and call. Does LaFleur?
Sure. Yeah. He's he finds matchups and does a great job placing the ball where his guys can get it. Sees the field very well. Knows where the coverage is light, but does a good job of finding the matchups and finding the favorable ones. And he's a hard guy to fool, hard guy to. You try to keep him off balance, so he just make him hesitate a little bit, but it's hard. He's very good, and he's very athletic. He can get out of trouble with his legs and make some improvised plays and extended plays happen, and so that's tough too.
Time now for the Ace Ticket Twitter question of the week, and it comes from @Lapari22. You're a historian of the league. We're going to Lambeau Field. Your first time driving up to Lambeau, what's the first thing you remember about it? It's a pretty cool place.
All the fans with the cheeses on top of their head.
the big triangles. And it's almost like Buffalo, right? It's like right in the middle of the woods in the middle of this neighborhood.
Yes.
It's a hell of a setting.
Yeah, you drive through a very residential area. Seems like for quite a while before you actually get to the stadium, and all of a sudden it's like a big oasis that pops out there, and you see the stadium, and yeah, it's a great setting, great environment, great football environment, and obviously a great tradition and history there in Green Bay.
All right, great answer. And if you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team on Twitter @Patriots, hashtag it, AskBB. A couple looks at their defense. They had a pretty good game last week, stripping the ball out of Tampa, right?
They're very good on defense.
All right, good stuff right there. More Patriots All Access. We'll continue right after this, and then we'll have the Belestrator for you.
Coming up on All Access.
Hear from an emotional Vince Wilfork as he's inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame.
So I said, thank you.
And later, it's the Green Bay defense Coach Belichick has on his mind.
And they have, 5, 6 guys right there to recover it. So they play fast, play a lot of effort, and a very smart, aware team.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. By AdCare. Be recovery strong. Speak up. Reach out. Ask for help. Call AdCare at 800-ALCOHOL. And by Gillette Labs with exfoliating bars. Effortless shave in one efficient stroke. This player profile is brought to you by Pepsi.
Overshadowed by the Patriots' loss on Sunday was a weekend celebration for one of the all-time Patriots greats. Vince Wilfork became the 32nd person to be inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame. Let's take a look back at a very eventful weekend for Wilfork.
I'm good. How I look, I'm good. Everything to the T.
Spot on.
Spot on.
Okay.
Since I've been up here now, everywhere I go, you know, it's fans everywhere congratulating me, hugging me, taking pictures and autographs. And what makes me so happy is the excitement and the happiness I see on their faces. That brings me joy, to see a community that I fell in love with while up here being excited and happy for me. So it's been a thrill. Everybody I encounter, I mean, I love Boston. I love everybody here.
Snap to Flacco, back to throw, steps up, gonna be hit, gonna be sacked. Vincent Wilfork, wow.
Welcome to the 2022 Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince Wilfork!
Clearly, Vince made an immediate impact on the field and left a lasting impression, typically in the chest of his opponents. And that, of course, is the reason we're all here today. Vince gave us all many memorable moments in which we could all be thankful. But the greatest came on Thanksgiving against our friends, the Jets. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
There's the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive.
I have never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football.
It's my pleasure to introduce the 32nd member of the Patriots Hall of Fame, Vince Wilfork.
I get drafted, 21st pick. I come to New England. One of the best decisions that RKK made and Bill Belichick made. When you look at who the person I am, what I've accomplished, you guys are not fans to me. You are my family. So I want to say I really, really appreciate the love that you always shown me and the memories you gave me and the memories I gave you guys. We all did this together. So I'm wearing this jacket, but this jacket is for all of us because you made me who I was at this level. So I would say thank you.
Like everything that Vince did, I mean, it's been said multiple times, it didn't show up on the stat sheet. You're my bodyguard. I probably should get you something here soon.
I'll take another Rolex.
Get you a watch or something.
Or Range Rover.
I think one of the coolest things that you would see from him is he would want to go against the best offensive lineman. He would want that matchup. He would want the team to know, I don't care about stats. I don't care if this guy's supposed to be good. I'm gonna punch him in the mouth every single play, and everybody else is gonna eat.
As great of a player as he was, and he was great. We'll get into the two-gapping later, but he was a greater person and a greater leader, and you know he'll be up there when they do the captains of the Patriots Hall of Fame. Vince will be one of those, okay? Because he's that kind of a leader. I would just like to, personally thank you for what you have done for me, how much I have learned from you, your leadership, your competitiveness, your team attitude, your physical and mental toughness, all of which are on the superior 99 out of 100 scale, maybe higher. You are truly not only a Hall of Famer, but you're one of the captains on this Hall of Fame team. Congratulations.
You spoke so good. Oh yeah, from the heart. From the heart.
High.
From the high.
It's my honor to present the 32nd Patriots Hall of Famer, Vince Wilfork.
So I want to say thank you, Patriots Nation, for giving me this platform to perform every week in one of the toughest stadiums that you can ever play in. And I will leave my guts on this field for all of you guys. And those are my memories that I always have here for the rest of my life.
Rodgers fires toward Nelson, makes the grab on the run to the 30, slanting left to the 20, try to outrun McCourty to the 10. Nelson is caught at the 1. Did he get to the pylon? He did. Touchdown, Green Bay.
What's new about Green Bay? Their leading receiver from a year ago, Davante Adams, is now in Las Vegas, leaving Aaron Rodgers to break in a whole new group. The Pack are nearly double-digit favorites at home against New England, but refuse to look at the contest as a trap game.
Letdowns or emotional setbacks or trap games or any of the the code words you guys use, we have a standard at which we play, and that's the standard. If it dips below that, we don't attribute that to anything other than the preparation we put in, the way we practiced, and the focus for that game.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the Belestrator. We've got 3 good looks at this Green Bay defense. Coach, starts with their edge guy, Gary, right?
Yeah, Rashawn Gary, former first-round pick out of Michigan. Here he is last week against Tampa, dealing with a little bit of a double team here from the tight end who chips him first and then goes up and it really does a nice job of inviting the tackle up the field and then making the inside move here. So when Tom steps up, he's able to beat the tackle inside and make the sacks. Good pass rush move. This guy's a very fast and explosive player. He's got good size and power, but runs extremely well and is explosive off the ball.
He's got a lot of help, too. It's the end zone look against the Minnesota Vikings here.
Right. Clark, Reed, and Preston Smith, very good players. They'll move Gary around. We saw him on the edge over here on the last play. Now he's inside. And again, they have very good speed at linebacker with Quay and Campbell. So really, Gary's kind of a defensive end, but he also could play linebacker. He's very athletic. But here he is rushing on the guard. Does a nice job here of catching the edge, going in there and, wrapping up for an easy sack here. So very good front, very good pass rush front, a lot of 4-man rush, a lot of zone defense. And they're fast and quick underneath with their DBs and their fast linebackers. They're Quay Walker and Campbell.
And then you advance it here too. Whether you have the coverage or where you have the pressure up front, they're pretty good at punching the ball out here.
Yeah, very good turnover team, and they got 2 of them off Tampa last week, which is a big part of them beating Tampa in the game. So this is the type of play that certainly we have to do a better job of taking care of the ball here. But short completion and. Here comes Green Bay, and you can see the defensive linemen, pursuing the ball. The ball's out, and they have, 5, 6 guys right there to recover it.
Good point.
So they play fast, play a lot of effort, and a very smart, aware team.
All right, just like you. Good luck getting back on track this week against the Packers.
All right, thanks, Al.
All right, go get them. There's your Belestrator. More Patriots All Access. We'll return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. By Pepsi. Patriots watching? Better with Pepsi. And by Dan O'Brien Auto. Come in to any Dan O'Brien Auto Group store today and get your awesome protection plan. Keeping it awesome.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Back with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. And this Patriots team, it's been an uncharacteristic Patriots team. Turnovers, penalties. We're not used to seeing this from a Bill Belichick football team.
Yeah, and I would really add in, some special teams blunders at times as well. And these are things that I think throughout the 20 years of dominance that we just took for granted, and we're starting to see it's not something that is just automatic. In the last couple of years, too many pre-snap penalties, Mike. A few more of those the other day. 12 men on the field, another kind of, sloppy penalty that the Patriots don't have a lot of. And first and foremost, to me, it's all about the turnovers. I mean, until you can learn how to protect the football, it's Bill's old adage, you have to learn how to not lose the game before you can win them.
And just to put it in league-wide context, their turnover differential is ranked 29th in the NFL. They're -4. They've given the ball away 8 times, which is the second highest total in the league.
So is it fixable?
So, well, I believe it's fixable, Steve, but, it's one thing to say it like Bill Belichick says, hey, we stress it all the time. Well, something's getting lost in translation. You can talk about it. Turnovers are important, but you got to go out and do it. And until they prove they can do it, I mean, the answer to that question is TBD.
And I agree. I think they're all fixable things, but we're going on 2 years now of the pre-snap stuff, the special teams letdowns. In the turnovers, I don't think were as big of a problem last year. Certainly not in the 7-game winning streak, but down the stretch they were. And that's been a problem. You can correct these things, but Mike is right. Until you see it corrected, I'm not going to just assume it's going to be cleaned up.
And I'd also add this ties into another un-Patriot-like thing, complementary football. How many times have we heard Bill Belichick say offense, defense, special teams working together? And the example I would use from this last week was the offense goes down, scores a touchdown at the start of the second half. They go up.
Right.
Like, defense is sitting there with a chance to make a stop. 3rd down. And that's where you want to help the team.
You bring up
they
a great
can't
point.
Make a stop.
The defense. What's going on with this Patriots defense? All the talk has been about the offense and the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But we can't overlook the defense.
Yeah, and I thought it was a step back. Now, listen, Lamar Jackson is certainly one of the most talented players in football, and he is on a mission. So I'm not telling you this was an easy task, but I was disappointed, Mike, specifically with one area of the defense, and that's run defense, because I felt the first 2 games there were enormous strides made over the recent past. They had problems stopping the run last year and in 2020. The first 2 games, I know Miami and Pittsburgh aren't necessarily going to be known as rushing teams, but to watch not just Lamar Jackson, but Justice Hill, to a lesser extent, J.K. Dobbins coming off of a long absence, those guys had some success too, so that to me was troubling.
Their technique looked like maybe it got away from them, which is sort of up front on the defensive line. And I would make one other point on the run defense. Want them to get faster at linebacker. So they have Mack Wilson out there who's a real, can run sideline to sideline. But when you do that, you give up something else, which is a little bit of power, a little bit of sturdiness in there. And I thought that particular position looked like it hurt them in this game.
With all that being said, now they got to go on the road and face the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Now what?
Yeah, it won't be an easy task, obviously. And this one, to me, doesn't change much with the Patriots personnel. Regardless. I mean, going into Lambeau Field, playing Aaron Rodgers, a place they almost never lose, unless it's an important game in the playoffs. But we'll get to that. This isn't Packers Football Weekly, so we'll get to that another time. But I do think that they're going to pose a lot of problems for the Patriots.
Packers have won 14 straight regular season games. Notice I said regular season games at home, which is the longest active streak. They're coming up on the Patriots over the last 10 years for the longest home regular season winning streak. So tough place to play, and also I would say a team they're not that familiar with. I scanned over the roster. I'm like, I don't think there's really any former Patriots, so they'll have to get familiar with their personnel.
Prediction time?
Yeah, are you going to be mad like we were last week? You're going to finger wag us?
No, I won't.
I don't know what Mike is picking, but I have a feeling I know. I just think this is a tough ask. I feel for, if Brian Hoyer ends up having to be the starter, he's got to go to Kansas City on short notice. Now he's got to play in Lambeau Field. I'm going to say 26-16 Green Bay.
We're right around the same score. I say Green Bay 23-17. The formula for the Patriots, if they're going to spring the upset, has to be that complimentary score, bonus points. Need some points on defense and special teams, where the Packers have not been great special teams-wise, so just something to point out.
All right, guys, good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you very much. That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.